Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and today I'm going to be reviewing Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I'm playing this on my Xbox One. It was also released on PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. I know everyone else has reviewed this game by now, but hey, I just want to go ahead and review it as well. So this has 3 games that were part of the original PlayStation lineup. So let's start with Spyro 1, the original game.
Okay, rolling.
And you start off in the land of dragons, and you have to go up against Nasty Nork, who decides to turn all of the dragons into crystals. So you head off as Spyro, and by the way, that's not how you turn off a TV. So your objective is to rescue dragons. Each dragon has their own unique look and animation, which is pretty cool. And for the most part, they have different messages. You have a main area to explore, which has doors to other areas. You have different things that you can do, some platforming. You of course have to collect gems, that's the main objective. Once you enter into the different doors, you have to collect more gems. And by the way, in the loading screen, you can do some fancy stuff, such as blowing fire and spinning around. You have stuff that you can unlock. And you have the requisite flying areas, where you have a set of different objectives that you have to achieve within a certain time limit. You have bosses that you have to face, and they all have a unique way to be defeated. And you get to go on a balloon to travel to different areas. So in addition to the achievements that you can get, you also have skill points, which you can do during the game. And of course you have lots of different areas to explore with different environments and different enemies. And as far as the Spyro games go in this collection, I give this one a 10 out of 10 moose. Because this one is the most unique. It was the original. It has great dragon animations, which are all different, and that is awesome. So let's go ahead on to Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. In this game, you have different characters.
Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before? You're a dragon?
And you're introduced to a new enemy called Ripto, who's the main antagonist in the game.
Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon?
And he doesn't like dragons. So he decides to attack Spyro.
Who was that jerk?
And your friends or new companions want you to achieve different goals.
Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds.
In this game, you also have the main areas that you get to explore, which of course have gems that you get to collect. You have a different move set, such as jump, glide, and swim, because in the previous game you could not swim. Each area has a interesting animation that goes on when you enter into it. They try to be funny, but I must admit they are not exactly that funny. At least I don't find them that funny. So once again, you have to collect the gems, and defeating a certain amount of enemies will activate certain power-ups. In the levels, you have flying areas once again, where you have to achieve goals, and you have a second part of the flying area where you have to achieve a certain objective, sometimes just navigating different areas. You have bosses, which are a bit more involved in this game as compared to the previous games, or previous game I should say. For the most part they have predictable patterns. You once again have skill points in addition to the achievements. Getting 100% will activate artwork that you can look into. You have this new character, Moneybags, who you give gems to and he'll sometimes give you stuff, activate things. You have talismans that you have to collect, different power-ups. This one you can fly around sometimes. Plus you have orbs to collect. So this game, not quite as amazing as the first one, but still pretty good. I give it a 9.5 moose out of 10 moose.
Sorry, Spyro.
Because it still has a lot to do, a lot of new characters, and a lot more involved. And we're on to Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. In this one, you're introduced to a new character who steals dragon eggs and takes them to another area so that they can bring magic back. Apparently having dragons brings magic into the places where they're located. And you have a new antagonist who is the crocodile from Sly Cooper. Okay, she's not the crocodile from Sly Cooper, but still, she's the main antagonist.
You got it.
So once again, you have skill points that you can achieve, and the main goal of this game is to free baby dragons. So you collect dragon eggs. Most of the dragons have unique animations, which makes them pretty cool and fun. And just as before, you have the main areas with different objectives, collecting gems. And you also have new characters, like this kangaroo, who has a different moveset. You also have this bird, Sergeant Bird, who can fly for some reason, even though he's a penguin. Okay, you also have flying areas. You have two different objectives that you can get in these flying areas. You have the regular flying, and then you have races, you have bosses, which in this one take a lot more damage for some reason. At least I find that they take a lot of damage. You fly on this thingamajig to different areas, similar to the balloonist in the first Spyro. And you have radical, awesome skateboarding, where you can perform different moves and get a high score. Alright, radical, gnarly. So this game, I'm going to give it a slightly lower score because while playing it, I found the most glitches out of all of the different games. So I give it an 8.5 out of 10 moose. It would have gotten higher if I hadn't found so many glitches. The positives of this collection is the updated graphics, the animation, and the voice work are awesome. However, there are some downsides such as glitches that I mentioned. Maybe those will get fixed in the future, maybe not. But overall, I'm giving this 9 moose out of 10 moose, which is pretty good for an overall score. And with that, we'll go ahead and end this review. I don't know what game I'll review next, but it will be something. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time.